Okay, decided to modify an amplifier to work with my 991A. So this basically is a 100 watt dummy load. It's 48 resistors, 2 watt resistors, which comes out to 96 watts, so about 100 watts. And it equals 50 ohms. So you put the drive in here on this side and pick it up on the other side. The PC board is cut down the middle, copper's cut so that it can't, so that both sides are isolated. And the resistance across these 2 points is 50 ohms. A little bit more than 50 ohms, but it's pretty close. Okay, so I just simply take the drive coax that comes from the radio right along this guy and connect it to there. And I come off the other side and go to the variable where the drive coax would normally connect. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's on the center pin. So, and I took some PC board and made some standoffs. I isolated it by cutting it in a couple of places for each one, like that, to make sure it doesn't move. Maybe you can see that connection a little better there now. It's that center pin on that variable pot. I wanted to keep the variable so that I can adjust the power up and down, and it still does a lot of power. I mean, when you turn the radio up, you get a lot of power out of it, even though this drops quite a bit of it. Okay. Well, this guy here turned all the way down, and the radio turned all the way up. I was still getting over 600 watts out of it. And so if I keep the drive turned down, then I should be able to run the full power of the 991 right into this guy here. The 991's only 100 watt. So with this in line, it's going to boost my output power quite a bit. 5 watt resistors, never place else. I got it's Toshiba 2290s, driving 4 Toshiba 2879s. I'm just documenting the build. Okay, that is 48 270 ohm resistors. 48 270 ohm resistors. There's 3 for each circuit. Okay. All right. Okay. With this resistor dummy load in place, I can drive it with the Anytone at full power, and that's about 80 watts. I get about 1500 watts out of it on the sideband, and we're pulling 100 amps just in this little guy right here. Got two SC 2290s driving 4 2SC 2879 red dots. The 2290s are not red dots. They're just regular plain old 2290s. Okay, and the dummy load is made up of 48 resistors, all 270 ohm, 3 watt. Okay. and I did keep the variable. The variable just connects to the other side of the dummy load. You basically connect the radio, or the input that comes through the relay from the radio, to this side of the dummy load. Okay, and then take your pickup on the other side and take that to the center of the rheostat, the variable pot for the variable power control. All right. No excessive heat issues, and of course I'm going to put the fan back on it. All right, more to come. No, maybe not. I think this is it. I think I'm going to put the lid on it. I put the remote key jack in the back, so I can key it with the 991 or the 450, whichever one I choose, and it will key the amplifier as long as the radio is keyed. When you unkey the radio, the amplifier will unkey. Okay, I added a little hot glue around these supports where they solder to the main board, just to help make them a little stiffer. Okay, keep them from breaking. But it performs really well. I'm very, very pleased with it. And this is definitely a high drive. This is what I mean when I say high drive. Look at that. You can put 100 watts into this radio. You can put 100 watts into this amplifier. Two 2290s driving 4 2879s. Now installing a fuse for the remote. This is the power wire that goes out to the remote. That's a 10-amp fuse. So if something happens to your remote cable and it shorts out, it'll blow the fuse rather than burn your car down to the ground.